Hi, I'm Kevin Yank, and this is my book, PHP and MySQL, Novice to Ninja, 5th edition. It's my great pleasure to spend the next few minutes with you introducing the book and explaining what you'll find inside. I first wrote this book way back in 2001 under the title Build Your Own Database-Driven Website Using PHP and MySQL. It's a bit of a mouthful. I've gotten used to saying it over the years, but this new 5th edition has a much shorter and hopefully catchier title. The insides of the book have changed a lot as well. I've brought it right up to date with all the latest versions of the software, and I've also gone a lot deeper into some tricky areas, really turning it into a bit more of an advanced book. But it is still a book for absolute beginners. That is to say, if you've got basic HTML and CSS skills, you've got everything you need to take this on. So if you're used to building web pages one at a time by hand using HTML and CSS, maybe even a smattering of JavaScript, but that's not at all necessary for this book, then turning yourself into a working web developer is really about learning a programming language, in this case, PHP, that can generate web pages automatically on the fly, using information stored in a database. Back in 2001, this was a revolutionary concept, but these days, websites like that are built in 5-10 minutes flat using software like WordPress every day. But if you want to be a professional web developer, someone who does this for a living, you not only need to understand how software like WordPress works under the covers, but you need to be able to build this kind of software yourself. Because usually if a client comes to you with a job, or if you're interviewing for a web developer job, the projects you're going to be working on are building new, novel things that you can't just build by installing WordPress and a new theme. Usually there's a bit more to it, and that's why books like this today need to take you a little further. And that's what the 5th edition is all about. Beyond just building the same internet joke database website that we have built with every edition of this book, and I'll explain that a little bit. The site that you build with this book lets you fill a MySQL database with jokes, details about the authors of those jokes and the categories those jokes go into, and then you use the PHP programming language to build a website to display those jokes. All of the pages of that website are generated dynamically on the fly using PHP. You can have as many jokes as you want on this site, and indeed you can even log into the administration pages of this site. A complete content management system is what you're going to build here, and these are pages with web forms on them that you can fill in order to add new content to your site, edit existing content, and even delete content when you want to remove it from your site. Now, all of that was in past editions of this book, and of course, it's included in this 5th edition as well, with completely up-to-date code. But with this 5th edition, we go even further into advanced areas like object-oriented programming and exception handling in PHP. These are topics that are rarely covered in beginner books on this subject. But with this 5th edition, I really wanted to give you all the tools you need to become a professional web developer. And that's why I went further into areas like MySQL database administration, into areas like handling file uploads. All of these things are done with cutting-edge PHP code, techniques that you would really use in the real world today. This isn't just example code that gets you as far as you need to go in this book. The code in this book is stuff you can use in your working life once you're done with the book. So with all that said, I hope you're eager to get started. And if you do read this book, I hope you'll let me know what you thought. You can reach me by email at thatguy@kevinyank.com. And you can find me on Twitter at Sentience. So I'll wish you happy reading, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye for now.